Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Are confident people arrogant people? Many people find that there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. We all know that confidence is a beautiful quality, allowing us to take strong actions outside our comfort zone. It is a quality that we want to encourage in ourselves and in our own children or the community. And we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has encouraged this quality, especially with His prophets and His Rasul. For example, when Allah speaks to Prophet Yahya alayhi salam, He says, Ya Yahya, khud al-kitaba biquwwa. O Yahya, take hold of the book with might or with strength. Yet arrogance, kibr or ujub, often defined in Arabic, is heavily reprehensible in Islam. We've read the verses of Prophet Luqman when he addresses and advises his son. He says to him, وَلَا تُصَعَّرْ خَدَّكَ لِلنَّاسِ وَلَا تَمْشِي فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ كُلَّ مُخْتَالٍ فَخُورٍ. And do not turn your face away from people in contempt, nor walk in the earth exultantly. Verily Allah does not love any self-conceited, proud boaster. Quite often I work with clients who say they want to improve their confidence. Yet when we look at what is holding them back, quite often we find that there is a subconscious associations of arrogance and confidence. Most often because at some point in their life they've known someone who was overtly confident but they considered to be arrogant. And that association holds them back because they don't want to be associated as an arrogant person. So why are these two qualities often mixed up or associated with each other? What is the difference between them? And how can we grow in confidence yet remain humble internally and externally? First of all, let's try to define the two terms and try to understand them in practical terms. Confidence is a healthy belief in our ability and willingness to take action, despite having fears or limiting thoughts. In practice, we find that confident people strive to grow, especially when they connect that strength or ability to that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to them. We know that all good obviously is from Allah alone, and they connect that, especially those who are religious, they connect that strength and ability, and their strive to improve is because it's connected to Him. Confident people often welcome feedback, because they strive to be learners and improve all the time rather than be perfectionists. They support each other in their growth journey because they know that a rise in one person, be it intellectually or socially, does not infringe on their own growth or their own success, but rather they see that the strength of the community is in the rise of us all. However, when we look at arrogance, we can term it as an inflated external sense of self or importance, which is actually often masking an inner insecurity. Arrogant people tend to struggle to accept feedback or criticism in any form it's given to them. And worst of all, they often try to belittle others to show themselves as being better. Any success that they have is attributed to their own self and in growing their ego rather than in the strength that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is given to them in improving that relationship with Allah or improving their nafs. Arrogance is a quality of Iblis. And we know that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the story of Iblis and Adam, and He tells Iblis to bow to Adam, Iblis says, أَنَا خَيْرٌ مِّنْهُ. I am better than him, better than Adam. And this is the definition of arrogance. And while there are signs that we can observe that differentiates arrogance and confidence, it's important to remember that ultimately the biggest difference is in the intention of the person and the interaction with other people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see us grow in confidence. We owe it to ourselves and in our purpose that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us to always push ourselves to grow in our confidence. And one of the best way to do that is to actually face our fears. As Imam Ali says, إِذَا خِفْتَ شَيْءٍ فَقَعْ فِيهِ. If you fear something, just go and do it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Do not faint and do not grieve, for you shall have the upper hand if you are amongst the believers. What I have found also is that there are really powerful grounding techniques like gratitude and affirmations that can remind us of the qualities and the strength that Allah has given to each one of us uniquely. And we can use gratitude or shukr to thank Allah practically by using those skills in order to grow and to serve. And that is what practical gratitude is all about. Rather than, God forbid, using the ni'am or the blessings that Allah has given us to be arrogant or to do haram things. We must continuously strive to grow and to always be reflective with ourselves, to make sure that our intentions are always aligned with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to not allow shaitan to enter and impact our intention or our actions at any time in any way. So those grounding techniques of reflection, of shukr, of turning to Allah are genuinely very, very powerful to push ourselves, but also to realign our intention all the time. Remember all the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you every good that you have, and Allah wants to see you use that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one who opens those doors of success. Remember to also read the du'as of our Imams, who are the models that showed us true humbleness. Despite the status, the highest status that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to them and the success that they had, they remained in the highest forms of humbleness and towards themselves and towards Allah. So remember to read those du'as, whether it's Makaram al-Akhlaq or Du'a Abi Hamza. There's so many du'as that are so powerful that align us to our strength but also keeps us humble. And inshallah we can use those skills to always grow and to allow others to grow with us as well.